Hey everyone, my name is Nate, and today we are camping at French Beach. I don't normally like to camp at these sort of campsites because one, you have to pay for them, and two, you pretty much have no privacy. You have tons of people around you, and you'll see that in just a second when I step outside. But I also just like to find hidden gems around Vancouver Island that just rarely anybody knows about. But apparently I have to walk all the way back down to the gate to pay, so we're gonna start off this video with a little walk. The sun is also supposed to set in about 20 minutes, so I'm also gonna walk down there and we're gonna watch the sunset. This campsite is also way more packed than I ever thought it was going to be. It's January 16th today, and there was 3 open spots on this entire campground. I couldn't believe it. I've actually never camped at a campground that uses stuff like this. The ones that I've been at, there's been a host that comes around and collects the money for you. This is confusing me. $13 a night. It's not terrible, but it's whatever. And they also don't offer a pen for you. So I gotta walk all the way back to the van and get a pen. Deposited. All right, time to go watch that sunset. And from here it looks pretty cool already. Now, a very select few of you might recognize where we are if you watched the tour video of my dad's van. This is the same place we did that tour at. Wow, this is a popular spot. There is a lot of people here. You can see people all along the beach there, and there's even more people over this way. And I'm pretty much at the end. But it's not hard to tell why, because this sunset is just beautiful. And we just missed the sun lowering over the horizon, which is a bit unfortunate, but the fact that we get to see this is pretty incredible in itself. I would love to know what I'm seeing on the other side of this water here. Like, what area of land is that? And I think it might be the US. Yes, so that land right across from us, that is the US there. That's pretty neat. You know, I'm looking around this beach and you see everyone around with their friends and family and maybe a significant other. And I'm here just by myself with a pile of rocks. I don't think I've ever mentioned this in a video before, and I don't think I've ever talked to my friends or family about this either, but that's actually my number one concern for when I get into full-time van life. I must have won the lottery or something when I was born, because I have the most amazing family, I have the most amazing friends, and not everyone has the most amazing family and friends like I do. And it feels like I'd almost be wasting it if I went and traveled by myself. It's my number one concern, is missing out on time with my family and loved ones. I am going to do van life, there's no question to it, and I just know that's going to be my biggest hurdle moving into van life. But personally, I've grown fond of the solitude. I really don't mind it that much. I really enjoy time to myself, but I also enjoy time with my friends and family. So it's kind of a mixed bag here. But I have a feeling that through creating these videos, I'll be able to keep a deep connection with all of them even if we're thousands of kilometers apart. Well, I stayed here until it pretty much got completely dark out, but it is getting pretty cold out here. I'm hungry, I want to eat some dinner, so I'm going to start to walk back. I love the smell of all the campfires around here. I don't know, campfires make me smile, campfires make me happy inside. So seeing all of them, smelling all of them, it's pretty special right next to this amazing view. Oh God, I'm lost. I don't know where I'm going. It is starting to get really cold up here. And if I have the flash in my face, I can't see where I'm walking. Wow, I am incredibly cold. Awesome sunset, but it got real cold at the end there. So I remembered to fill up the propane tank, but I totally forgot a lighter, and I searched every single little nook and cranny in this van. There's not a single one. But a nice Australian man lent me a lighter to use, so I'm gonna try and cook dinner really fast and then return this lighter to him. And tonight, we're making steak and potatoes. And you know, it's pretty difficult for me to figure out dinner ideas for this channel because I'm not an amazing cook. And one thing that really limits the amount of stuff that I can actually cook is usually I only have one burner and one pan. So a lot of the recipes I see online that requires an oven, that's immediately out of the question. Some of them require 2 burners with like a pot boiling pasta and the other one cooking, say, chicken. And I just can't really do that at the same time because I only have one burner. So until I move into my new van, which I'm going to put an oven and a 3-burner cooktop in it, we're going to continue to see more basic meals like this. Well, I totally forgot to press record when plating the food, but here it is. Not bad. Unfortunately, I forgot some sour cream for the potatoes, but that's okay. Now, I'm sure a few of you guys have been wondering, Nate has built his own van. He showed it in quite a few different videos out camping. He's building a new van, which is in the very early stages of the build process. So, whose van am I in right now? Well, the van that I'm in right now, it is actually my dad's. He's had this van for around 6 years now. And the van that I'm building right now is actually for him, kind of an upgraded version of this van. So he's actually selling this van here to help pay for a few of the components that's going to be put into the new van. And if I had to choose between living in this van or my van that I personally built, I would have to choose this one, and for one easy reason. I can fully stand up in this van with room to spare. I am around 6 foot, maybe even 6'1", so being able to actually stand up in a van holds so much value to me personally, because ducking down like this in my personal van, it gets really old really fast. So I would actually choose this van to live in. Even though my other van has a better electrical system, I think the carpentry in that van is a lot cooler and just actually a lot more well designed than this van. And it has more unique features, but just the fact that I can stand up in this van easily wins it for me. I've been getting into a new show recently. It's called Dexter. I'm sure a few of you guys have heard of it. I am really enjoying this show right now. So I actually downloaded a few episodes just to watch out here because I knew that there was no cell service. So I'm going to throw this show on and finish my dinner.
The only number that's repeatedly referenced that's in the thousands is 1,260.
1260, you think that's what he's counting up to?
That was great. Definitely no longer hungry now. There definitely are perks to staying at campsites like this. Like for one, you got bathrooms all around here. You got a trash can. I think this campsite even has showers, which would be useful if you were living in your van full time. And of course, there's other people around. So if you forget a lighter to light your stove, you can walk next door and ask for one. But a big downside for me, which I can live with, but it is just a little bit annoying, is all the generators that are running out here. There's like 2 people right next to me running their generators for their trailer and a bunch more down the campsite. And when you go camping, at least for me personally, I don't want to hear the sound of a generator running. I want to hear the sound of wind through the trees. I want to hear the sound of all the wildlife around, the birds. So that's just one downside for me that might not matter to other people, but just something I think about. I'm going to kick on the diesel heater in here, get it nice and toasty, and just sit back, watch some Dexter. And now I've made another huge mistake. I didn't bring any snacks. I've got nothing to snack on. Our diesel heater is just starting to kick on here. It's about to become nice and cozy in here. It is nice and hot in here now, and to be honest with you guys, I am super comfortable right now. This is a great van. I really like it, but I don't really have anything else special to really give you guys tonight, so I think I'm just going to call it here, say goodnight, and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. So one thing right off the bat, my batteries are completely dead. I tried to turn the diesel heater on again in the middle of the night, and just completely drain them. And I am freezing. So I'm gonna start the van since it charges from the alternator. My house battery's back there. And I'm actually gonna drive to the other parking lot over there so I can just leave the van on and charge the batteries. Because I don't wanna leave the van on in the middle of the campsite. Like I said yesterday, I don't even like the sound of generators, so nobody's gonna like the sound of my van running. I don't get how my hair gets so bad after one sleep. I've been thinking it almost might be time for a new hairstyle, but I don't know. I do want to take another walk down to the beach just to go for a nice little walk. And that's another reason why I decided to park here at the parking lot. It's because it's a much shorter walk from here.
My sister gave me a day off, and I took 5. She has every right to be angry.
Hey, buddy. Oh, the sun right now just feels so amazing. This feels great. But I just turned around and look what I found. That's a lot of bottles to leave behind. Like, that's an absurd amount. That is such a cool sound. The waves going back into the ocean and all the little pebbles rolling across each other. That sounds so cool. I hope that picked up well on the camera. I haven't done this in a few videos, but I want to read your guys' comments again. I took a few screenshots on my phone of comments from the previous video. It was a van build video if you haven't seen it. So I just wanted to read them out to you guys and give you my actual voice reply to them. The first comment says, "Window looks awesome, good job. I can't believe there's no inside piece like I've seen in other window installations to keep it from falling out." They also say, "I hope you know what I'm talking about." And yes, I actually do. In the van that I'm staying in today, it actually does have that inner ring to clamp it onto the van. Windows usually come in two types, the ones that have the clamp ring on it to actually clamp it to the van, and then some that only have the urethane to hold it into place. And to be honest, it is a bit scary that there is literally nothing other than that goop that's holding my window into the van. It feels like if I go down a bumpy gravel road, it might like jiggle off, but I felt it. It feels really tight. It feels really solid, so I'm not too worried about it. And the fact that hundreds, if not thousands of other people have done the exact same thing and it stays in place. So I think we'll be safe from the window falling out. This commenter says, "Thought I'd give it a watch, then that stupid music started. I'm out. Why does everyone think they need to play music?" Well, the reason why I added music in that video is because that's my editing style. That's how I've been editing ever since I started my channel. And that's how I've gained an audience. My audience likes that music, at least I hope so. No one can make a perfect video that resonates with everybody on the planet. It's just impossible. I'm making videos for the ones that are gonna love it, not the ones who don't. There are plenty of other content creators out there, especially van life creators or just outdoor camping creators that don't use music in their videos. And it sounds like you might resonate better with one of those creators. So go ahead and watch some of their videos. There's tons of other great creators out there. Sounds like I'm not one for you, but that's totally okay. Everyone has their own preferences, but I'm not gonna change my editing style because one person doesn't like it. And the last comment that I'm gonna read today says, "Absolutely killing the videos, mate. I have no doubt you'll hit 25,000 subs this year." If you're the one that commented that and you're watching this video, I wanna thank you directly because you've been here since the very beginning, since the very first video. Thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate all your support. I love seeing comments from you because I always know it's just gonna light up my day, and I really appreciate you. That's all I can say. But I think it's about time to leave the beach and start heading back to the van. And if you want to be featured in one of my videos like that, just drop a comment down below. Maybe I'll read it in the next video. I'll try and make that segment a little bit more common in the videos, and I'll read 3 comments per video. And I hope you guys are gonna love it. I totally forgot, but I was supposed to take a thumbnail when I was at my campsite. And, well, I'm not at my campsite anymore and I forgot to do that. So what I think I'm gonna do is go back into the campsite, pull into one of the spots for maybe a minute, take a few pictures, and then get out of there. Yes, this might be our spot here. Sorry about that. I actually had to pay attention when I was backing up. Alright, well with that thumbnail taken, I think I'm gonna end off today's video here. But if you have made it this far into my 20-second video, I can't thank you enough. These first 2 months of the year are probably going to be pretty difficult for me to get videos out every week like I was doing previously, but I promise you in the future I'm going to get back on that routine, and I'm actually genuinely excited to get back on that routine as well. If you have enjoyed this video, consider hitting the subscribe button, maybe even like or comment. It really does help out the channel. And if you're looking for another camping video to watch, I'll put another one right here on the screen for you. But with all of that said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Leave your comments down below so I can read them next video, and I will see you next time.